He's off to the raft. The Devil's Breath is safe with Sable. How do you feel?
How do I feel? How much time do you have?
Not much. Heroics for you means paperwork for me. But I just wanted to say, good job.
Thanks, Yuri. I kinda needed that. All this time with Lee, I've been ignoring the city. Time to get back to being a friendly neighborhood Spidey.
Get the hell out!
This is Sable Control. Do we have an update on the situation in Clinton?
Demons are firing on TCP Bravo. Need backup.
Folks, you've no doubt heard about the riot at Empire State University. But this is not your usual toxic mix of underage drinking, entitled millennials, and hormones run rampant. Authorities are keeping a tight lid on the situation, but my sources tell me the demons drugged the students, turning them into deadly rage machines. What has become of our fair city, ladies and gentlemen, when we have to fear our own children? Our neighbors, our husbands and wives. Be vigilant, be on guard, and keep a close eye on that barista with the man bun making your skinny latte, or you could be next!
Attention units. Report received of a narcotics sale in progress. Nearby officers, please proceed to the Bryant area.
Not getting much coverage. I should look for more towers to activate. Okay, I think things are sort of under control. Maybe I should put in some Peter Parker time at the lab. Oh, oh man, I meant to wash this gym shirt 6...
to a break-in. Any officers in Nomad, please respond.
Any plans to help Spider-Man? Or are you just
This is Control. What's the situation in the meatpacking district?
Hello?
Parker! Just in time to celebrate.
Celebrate? Wait. Where are the arms? Oh, wow. So cool. But how did you...
Intracranial neural network. Neurotransmission speeds under 1 nanosecond. Faster than signals travel inside the brain. Never mind to an external prosthesis. We did it, Peter. No one can take this away from us.
Amazing.
And your work on the neural web was the key.
But we haven't even tested it yet. There's so much we don't know.
It works beautifully. Come on, take a look.
This is impressive. Little error, though. Voltage spike. Should be an easy fix. See if that worked. No, this is worse than I thought. Hope that stabilized it. Damn it, the spike is cascading. I don't know if I can fix this. Come on. This is bad. Doctor? Doctor, I've found a potential problem.
Everything has problems if you look hard enough. But fortune favors the bold. It's time to show the world what we've done.
Otto, the neural web isn't isolating your motor neurons. It could be affecting other parts of your brain, your inhibitions, your mood. I just think we need some more tests.
We've got enough! For the first time in my life, I don't feel like a failure. I feel like me.
Otto, you're not a failure. But this could permanently damage your mind. Please.
Right. Right.
Don't worry. We're close.
I'll keep at it. I'll work out some bugs. Go. Go.
You sure you're okay?
Yes. Thank you, Peter. For everything.
We now take you live to Grand Central Terminal, where Mayor Osborne is about to address the media.
Martin Lee is now behind bars. When I make a promise to this city, I keep it. The people of New York will soon make a decision that could change the course of this city forever. So when you're casting your vote, remember what I've done. We are all safer now than we have ever been.
Liar! You have no idea what you're in for.
I should check on Miles.
Hey, Pete.
Hi, Miles. I just wanted to see how you're doing with the news about Lee. Look, if you didn't want to work there anymore, May and I would understand.
I did want to quit when I heard. Then I remember what my dad used to say. A hero's just a guy who doesn't give up.
That's true, assuming he's doing the right thing. I got you that job. I'd hate for you to keep doing it if you think it's wrong.
Oh, the people here... Nothing Martin Lee did is their fault. They need help and I'm helping them. I think Dad would want me to stay. I think he'd be proud.
I know he would. And Miles, I'm proud of you too. Anytime you want to talk, just call.
Thanks, Pete. Gotta go. May just gave me a list of all the supplies to get. Alright, later.
Out of our way, Captain Leotard. Kidnapping reported. Nearest officer, please respond.
Peter!
You okay?
I'm getting by.
I don't know how I feel about you running this place all by yourself.
These people need help. If I lose a few hours of sleep, so be it.
So have you heard from Mr. Lee since...
No. But the Martin I know couldn't have done that. Whatever's become of him, that's not the one I want to remember. So, how are things with MJ?
Oh, it's, well, you know, she's, it's complicated.
Honesty. That's what got me and Ben through the rough patches.
You guys had rough patches?
Oh, sure. Especially when we were your age. So, are you honest with her? Does she know the real you?
Hey, turn it up. I want to hear this.
A spokesperson for the police has confirmed that this was the truck carrying the device used in the Grand Central Terminal attack.
Oh, it never ends. Peter?
Captain Watanabe, leave a message.
Yuri, where are you? Call me when you get this. I just hope the Devil's Breath is still there. And still secure. If the demons got to that truck, this just went from bad to catastrophic.
progress. Backup requested. Reported location is Kips Bay. Over.
Folks, the mastermind of the City Hall bombing has finally been brought to justice, and shockingly, it's philanthropist Martin Lee. Now, I'll discuss in a moment what kind of twisted Jekyll and Hyde mentality it takes to lead such a double life. But first, a word of caution to everyone celebrating his arrest. Yes, it's good that he's in jail, but look at all the things we didn't know. How long was he a suspect without anyone telling us? How long did he have a deadly biological weapon that...
Devil's Breath is gone, but we got
Even bigger problems.
Rikers?
We have to hurry. Hop on.
What happened?
It was a coordinated attack. Must have been planned from the outside. Every cell block is breached. We're minutes away from every prisoner and Rikers walking right up 5th Avenue.
What about the raft?
Should be okay. It's a Supermax facility. Better security and a separate power grid.
Good. What about the Devil's Breath?
Sable's handling it.
Do you trust them?
Do I have a choice?
Uh-oh. Should've worn your seatbelt.
Take him out! Hurry!
I'm on it.
Spider-Man! Attention all COs. Institute lockdown procedure. Let's take them. All inmates return to your cells. Repeat, return to your cells. This is your last warning.
Damn it! They got into the armory.
Is that bad? That sounds bad.
It means some of the inmates are armed with rocket launchers.
Yeah, that's bad. I'm on it.
Station! Repeat, abandon station! Arm yourself and get the hell off the island!
You guys go back to your cells and behave. We can forget this ever happened.
Let me show you what I do. Move it back! Don't lose it! Grenade out! Watch out! He's playing for keeps! Back down here! You spider! Eat this! Don't let him get behind you! You're gonna feel this!
Nice. I still see a few more out in the yard.
Who thought it was a good idea to bring rockets into a prison?
Come in. This is Sergeant Hansen. Anyone on this channel?
This is Captain Watanabe. Where are you?
Electrical access. Rooftop near cell block D. Trying to restore power. That you in the chopper?
Affirmative. What happened here?
No idea. First the power went out, then all hell broke loose.
Hold tight. We'll get to you as soon as we can.
Now! Don't get him down here! Heads up! Give him on the ground! Just need a clear shot! Around him!
On my way. Someone's trapped behind that door. Gotta help that guy. They're coming!
Where is everybody? They're attacking my car!
Help the warden! I'll keep working on getting the power restored! Right, I'm on it.
Hey, Gordon! Come on out! Gary, now you know how to feel. Never go back alone! Duck the bridge! Heads up! Hold them! You got a dead weight? I can help with that! Stop this! Get clear! Grenade! March! Yeah, come on! Look at him! Around him! I don't run! Heads up! Put her back here!
Gotta take them all out.
Look out! Could this get any worse?
It can always get worse.
Attention staff! A block is compromised! Get out of there, guys! Got a dead weight! I can help with that! Literally fighting to him. Oh my God. Trying to clip your wings.
Good work. Just a few left.
Throwing a grenade!
control.
I thought you said the raft was secure.
It was. Let's go. Maybe it's not as bad as it looks.
Love the optimism. But in my experience, when it looks bad, it's usually worse. Look out! Ah! Yuri!
I'm slipping!
Gotcha. Hold on! You okay?
Yeah.
Welcome to the party! Just in time for the fire! Looks like we made parole, boys!
Electro? Why is he letting everyone out?
I'll head for the main control center and see how bad the situation is.
Got it. I'll go join the party. Everyone just quietly go back into your cell and lock the door behind you, okay? Please?
I'm gonna cut you, spider! That was watch I can do that! Hold still! He's in the air! What's he doing? How you doing? Let's go! How you like this?
That doesn't sound good. Oh, hi, Rhino!
Hope you like surprise, Spider!
Surprise? What is he talking about?
Unexpected power surge detected. Incident response team required.
Hey, what's your status?
Me? Just trapped in a prison with every criminal I put away in the last...
This is too good to be true.
Scorpion, can you hold on a minute? I was in the middle of a phone call and it was business.
Lost you for a second there. You okay?
Not really. Electro, Rhino, and now Scorpion are all on the loose. What's going on in the rest of the prison?
Camera system's almost up. I'll give you a sit rep soon.
Okay, I'll keep tracking Electro.
Hold the gas! Don't lose him! Let me show you what I got. Watch out!
Come on, Spider-Man! I thought this was a chase!
Gotta stop this guy. If you tell me who you're working for, I'll go easy on you! Nobody ever takes me up on that offer! Gotcha! Vulture!
Long time no see! We're going to have so much fun!
Sorry, no time to talk!
Still with me, huh?
Okay, I got the security cameras back online.
How's it look?
Well, it looks like the entire population of the raft has escaped, including Martin Lee. That makes 5 of your worst enemies that are now on the loose.
For a second there, I thought you were serious.
I am serious. I have to go. Some of them are heading into the city.
This is nuts.
Keep chasing! Party's almost over!
Electro, stop!
How do you like my new suit?
Dashing. Where'd you get it?
It's an exclusive club.
Remember, he said not to kill him.
Good idea. In fact, we don't have to do this at all if you don't want to.
We definitely want to. Now!
First and final warning. Stay out of our way. Each of you has a job to do. Your debts will be repaid when we're done. Go!
There he is!
these years. All these lies. It's over, Norman. Time to give them the truth.
On the bioterror attack. As of this hour, the number of affected civilians is approaching 500,000.
Fine.
There is still
Can
no
you,
update from the NDC
can you
on
pass
the
those
timetable
out for me?
Sure. But they are working around the clock on a cure for this deadly disease. The citywide quarantine is being heavily enforced by Sable International, who maintain tight security over all transit points. Throughout the city, police and Sable agents continue to battle with Rikers and Raft escapees. Meanwhile, Mayor Osborn has gone on record blaming Spider-Man for the prison break and citywide sickness, and branding him a fugitive. But he has yet to provide evidence, and many believe the mayor is just deflecting blame, since an exclusive report by the Bugle revealed that this disease originated in a secret, unregulated Oscorp laboratory here in Manhattan. Mayor Osborn insists that Oscorp is working with the NDC on an anti-serum, but has not provided any further evidence to support this claim.
Dr. Octavius. Why? How did I let this happen?
Just got a call from the hospital. They said you went AWOL.
I need to get back to work.
The doctor said you still have 14 broken bones.
Which means I have 192 non-broken ones. Thanks for taking care of me, by the way.
The hard part was keeping you hidden from Sable. They've branded you a priority target, you know.
I humbly accept the honor. What is happening to our city, Yuri?
I don't know. Feels like the end of the world. Maybe it is. Good. There's gangs of escaped prisoners banding together and taking over entire city blocks. Looting, strong-arming local residents, you name it.
I'll take care of him. What else you got?
The mayor told Silver Sable to do whatever it takes to find Lee and Octavius. So she's just rounding people up indiscriminately, holding them captive in bases around the city. I've even heard rumors of enhanced interrogation tactics.
You mean torture? Don't worry, I'm on it. This is our city, Yuri. It's time we take it back.
Great. My men are tracking the supervillains. I'll update you when we make progress. For now, do your best to stabilize the city.
This is Sable Control. Requesting status report from Lower Chinatown. Over.
Observation post live. On alert for priority targets.
I think you guys have it bad. All that body armor's bruising my knuckles.
We are receiving reports of a riot. Location is north end of Chinatown.
Peter, I've been trying to reach you all day. Are you okay? The prison break turned the city upside down overnight.
I'm fine, May. Staying safe. I'm more worried about you.
Oh no, don't you do that. Feast is the safest place in the city right now. Our sister locations uptown, not so much. But we're safe and secure down here.
Let's hope it stays that way. I'll stop by when I can, May. Love you. worst gang of ruffians I've dealt with in the last 30 minutes. Gotta love Sable agents. Always showing up where they do the least good.
All units, emergency food supplies are being raided. Officers needed near Corlear's quarters. Over.
Spider-Man, the RAF MVPs are back on the grid, laying siege to our police precincts. My men need your help, now. Get to a vantage point in Midtown and I'll explain.
On my way. Is it Octavius?
No, 2 of his flunkies, still searching for the doctor. I have to be honest, that one scares me. Might be the smartest supervillain I've ever encountered.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Hold tight, Captain.
Attention all units. 1043. Policeman is under attack. Location is Little Tokyo. Over.
I'm flying pretty close to blind. Ought to look for towers to activate.
Spider-Man is in range. Lethal force authorized, Control.
This is Sable Control. What's our situation in Nomad?
Okay, Captain, got eyes on. Fill me in.
Rhino's assaulting the Upper West Precinct. Electro's at the Upper East. We need you to turn the tide. Head to either. They're both equally screwed.
Peter, are you available? We need help at Feast's sister's site uptown.
The Veterans Center in Harlem. What's wrong?
Men from Rikers are demanding food and supplies. The staff are barricaded inside, but they need help. Miles and I are headed there to evacuate the staff.
Don't do anything until I get there, May. I'll meet you in Harlem. May sounds exhausted. I hope she isn't sick. I need to help Yuri, then get to Harlem.
Attention units.
Yuri, I'm nearing the Upper East Precinct.
Good. Electro and the demons are boxing my men in. The setup is complicated. You'll understand when you get there.
Yuri Watanabe, master of suspense. Escaped convicts with sniper rifles. Not a good combo. I've got an idea how to settle this. Dance off!
All units, reports of looting at an emergency supply station. All units, armed fugitives are assaulting a police vehicle. Attention units, escaped prisoners are causing a violent disturbance. Officers needed in Yorkville.
This isn't good. Transformers are charging the building, trapping the police inside. Yuri, complicated was an understatement. I'm gonna have to disable these transformers to free your men.
Even if you manage that, they'll still need your help with the demons.
That's why I'm here, ready to serve all your electricity and human-related needs. 4 more of these fuckers. How did they even get that thing attached? And it can't be easy to fly like that. They trained specifically for this one obscure scenario? So many questions. Down, 3 to go. Man, I did not miss dealing with Elektra's elaborate supervillain antics while he was in the raft. Trapping the police with a network of energy transformers? Who does that? Great. 2 left. One more. Police are free, but demons aren't backing down. Need to lend a hand. Yuri, your men are safe. What's next?
Get to the Upper West Side. We're trying to shelter civilians, but Rhino isn't making it easy.
He never does. On my way. Miles left a voicemail.
Pete! Hey, Pete. Hey, May wanted me to call you. Things in the Veteran Center are not good. Convicts are trying to break down the doors. Mary Jane's here, but we're getting people out of the basement. We need more help. I hope you can get here soon.
I need to finish with the precincts fast and get to Harlem.
units, escaped prisoners are looting a supply station. Officers needed in the area of Columbia.
Rhino's on the move, but former guests of Rikers are laying into your police barricade. I'm gonna even the odds.
Do it. If those barricades fall, the people inside are done for.
Never seen Rhino walk away from a fight like this. He must be working on orders he's after Octavius, making quick hit and runs on the city's emergency response teams.
Get to the other barricade! They need you! Focus on the spider. And get the barricade. Up top! Convicts are launching RPGs! Bring down!
Not gonna let that happen. I'm on it. One roof clear.
Deal with Spider-Man fast! We gotta break this!
Use your waist to ask for an autograph. Jetpacks? Who thought it was a good idea to give these guys jetpacks? Guys, we're on the same team. At least wait to attack me till after we take out the convicts.
All lawbreakers will be pacified.
Anyone else feeling very 1984 right now? Oh, just me? Come on, anybody? Riker's escapees are down. Need to deal with Sable's flying monkeys now. Yuri, precinct is secure. And I just found out what it means to be Sable's priority target. Not fun.
That'll teach you to piss off international mercenaries.
Guess so. Okay, I need to sign off for a bit. Call me if things go south.
Will do. And thanks. You've given us a fighting chance.
Okay. Need to hustle to Feast's sister site in Harlem and help May.
Peter, thank God. We need you at the Veterans Center. Where are you?
I got held up. Are you okay? What's happening?
The convicts started a fire. We got the building staff out, but May and Miles are trapped inside. I'm trying to find a way into them, but the fire's spreading so fast.
Stay where you are, MJ. I'll handle this. Damn it. Move it, Pete. Move!
Ascension Sable teams need immediate sitrep on the status in Bloomingdale. Observation post established. No sign of priority target.
That'll get me.
MJ, stay back! I don't want to have to rescue you too.
Peter, don't be crazy. Wait for help.
May! May! Here! We're over here!
I got you.
Hang on!
Go! Hey, man, you alright?
Get to the window!
It's too far.
Hold on!
Just brace yourselves! Need some... Come on, May! I've got you! Oh my god!
Go! Go!
Miles! Come on! No! We've got you. We've got you.
Just in my apartment, right over there, second floor, and I just heard a loud noise.
Is May okay?
Everyone is safe.
MJ, if it weren't for you and Miles, I would have been...
As dead as I would have been the last 8,500 times you saved me. Pretty sure I still owe you a few.
That's smart.
Hey. I'm sorry I screwed things up. It's just hard being the one who always gets saved, you know? Sometimes I want to do the saving.
I'm sorry I made you feel like you couldn't. Still partners?
Always.
Hey, so I didn't know if, you wanted sparkling or flat or spring or mountain spring, so I got one of each. Am I interrupting?
No, MJ, Ms. Watson, and I were just talking strategy.
Strategy?
That's right. The city is in danger. It needs our help.
All of our help.
All right, well, call the play, coach.
Okay. Divide and conquer. Ms. Watson, we need an anti-serum for Devil's Breath. Oscorp's developing something, but there's no way they can keep it safe from Octavius and Lee. We need to find the cure and protect it.
I'll chase down some leads.
Miles, you need to be my eyes and ears at Feast. Anything goes wrong, call me. We need to keep that place and the people there safe.
All right, you got it. What are you gonna do?
Gang of costume nutjobs is taking the city apart piece by piece. Time I return the favor.
All right. Hey, wait, how do I call you? I mean, do you have like a cell phone in your pockets or something?
Ms. Watson can give you my number. Good luck, team.
You have his number. Are you Spider-Man's girlfriend? That'd be so cool.
Come on, Sherlock. Show me what you got in this water smorgasbord.
The city feels a little more under control. Miles is watching Feast, MJ is tracking a Devil's Breath cure. Time for me to focus on finding Otto, and stopping whatever he has planned. Yuri, we need to start tracking the big boys. Still no leads on Octavius?
No, nothing. Forensics can't even do a sweep of Times Square. Everyone in that department but the intern is sick.
I might be able to turn something up. Let you know what I find. Yuri, this place is full of fist guys with suspicious bulges. Guns! I'm talking about guns, obviously.
I can't order a raid over bulges.
Just a hunch, but there might be a public disturbance pretty soon.
Spider.
More guys? Okay, form an orderly line. I promise I'll arrest everyone. It's sad that when I see a mob rushing toward me, I assume they want to kill me. But they always do.
Spider-Man, every worker assigned to that site reported winning big in Atlantic City recently.
Quick and dirty way to launder money. Could be where Fisk keeps his cash these days.
We shut it down, we'll really put the squeeze on it. I'm working on a warrant.
Way ahead of you. Reinforcements! Great! I was getting kind of sick of these other guys! Find someone who cares about you like Willie's guys care about getting kicked in the face, and you'll be golden! Your people won't have any problems here now.
And Wilson Fisk's problems just keep adding up. Nice going.
You know what I like about you, kid? You're always getting better.
Gee, thanks, creepy stalker guy.
Call me Taskmaster.
Because you keep leaving me tasks? That's kinda on the nose.
There's a group of mercenaries committing crimes across the city.
These mercenaries wouldn't happen to be your mercenaries, would they?
No. All I know is they're getting paid well for their work. Unless you stop them, that is.
What's in it for you?
I get to watch and learn.
Hey, MJ, what's up? You okay?
I'm fine. Combing through Oscorp records. Hey, this is random, but you remember that trip we took to Staten Island with Harry?
Spider-Man, here to lend a hand? Thought you might need one, officer.
You don't know the half of it. Never seen anything like this devil's breath stuff. Forensics is having a hell of a time.
News reports say this is where Otto released devil's breath. Might... Some residue on this sign. Maybe I can isolate it. AT-rich leader sequence. This looks promising. Oscorp's modified CPF-1. Definitely Devil's Breath. Should be able to track the dispersal path now. Trail goes in a few directions. Need to find the right one.
How long is it gonna be closed for? Really can't say, sir.
Trail's gone cold.
Spider-Man, hey! You get that crazy guy.
Trail jumps between these buildings. Trail leads down into those vents. What was Otto doing up here? Should be a door or an access hatch around here. Well, this is moody. Must be some way to hit the lights. Let there be light. Whoa. Was Otto using this as a staging ground? Chaos of the prison break would have been perfect cover to move in. Otto's rage is driving him. The neural interface is exacerbating it. But his hate is genuine. He'll destroy the whole city to hurt Norman. Martin Lee. Can't believe this is the same man I knew at Feast.
Norman. Feel like I can't turn around without seeing his face. He smiles for the cameras, collects his accolades, and keeps his boot heel pressed against my neck. Why can't anyone else see how selfish he is? How reckless? How evil? If only they could be made to see the Norman I know. The man behind the mask.
Looks like Otto's been studying Sable's tech for weaknesses. Mac Gargan, aka Scorpion, aka Crazy Pants. Looks like Otto recorded messages for his crew.
It's rare for me to admit this, Mr. Gargan, Clearing your debts was more difficult than I anticipated. You're in arrears to some demanding individuals. But once the reservoir job is finished, your financial obligations will be finished as well. Otto Octavius is nothing if not persuasive.
Old man Vulture. I've tangled with him more than anyone else here. Power source for Vulture's wings gave him spinal cancer, and Otto's developing an experimental treatment to save him.
Adrian, what bitter irony that your miraculous wings should have wrought such horrors on your body. Thankfully, you are now working for me. When our work is settled, the treatment I've developed will cure you. You won't shuffle off this mortal coil just yet, my friend.
Electro. Total live wire, that one.
Max, when you first conveyed your dream to me, I thought you insane. Pure energy. But as I dove deeper into the problem, I discovered a way to give us both what we desire. I promise you, when we are done, you will be pure energy. Or so close to it as to make the difference irrelevant.
Electro's big pipe dream is to become pure energy. Doc actually managed to modify his harness to get a little closer to that goal. What's this now? Otto must have used this map to plan, but it's blank. Unless there's something here I'm missing. UV bulb. Huh, nothing happened. Must be a way to get that lamp on. There must be something here that reveals what Otto's planning. There we go. Good old Rhino. Otto developed a corrosive to free Rhino from his suit. A certain government agency spent years trying and failing to do that. Only took Otto a few days. hidden markings. Otto's tasked the villains to destroy Oscorp holdings throughout the city. Lee's going after the Devil's Breath anti-serum, using something called Icarus? Icarus. This is it.
Hello, Spider-Man. We've never been properly introduced. I'm
Otto Octavius. There is no Icarus, is there?
No. Martin needs no assistance to secure the anti-serum. Icarus was a ruse to get you into position.
Into position? Huh?
Need a lift? So refreshing to work for a man like Octavius. Backup plans for his backup plans.
MJ, hey!
Oh, Pete? Are you okay? What's happening?
Traffic's rough. Listen, Lee's gunning for the anti-serum. We need to find Oscorp's Devil's Breath lab before he does.
On it right now. I'm pulling every building permit in the city. If there's a record of the lab, I'll find it.
That's great! Okay, talk soon, MJ!
Trap failed? Softened him up. Time for plan B.
Teamwork's beautiful, ain't it? Helping you reach those unattainable goals!
Like killing Spider-Man.
That was almost heartwarming, Electro. You really grew in prison, didn't you? Miss me, now you got it. You know what? Forget I said anything. Not even close, Max. As usual. Feelings. Need to get in close and do some real damage. Need to web the transformer he's over.
That's now, right?
What's it like, knowing you're so far out of your league?
Pete, you're up! No, Adrian, it's me, Spider-Man!
What are you babbling about?
Nobody ever gets my jokes.
Our long feud ends tonight, insect.
Feud! Thought we had a healthy give and take. Man, have I misread this relationship.
I must break you.
You got it! You got my joke! I'm so happy I can almost stop fighting! Almost! Gotta be honest, liked it better when you two were loners.
Amazing what a little teamwork can achieve, ain't it?
The vigor of youth, the wisdom of experience, a fine pairing.
Just like oil and water, sure.
He doesn't stand a chance!
Yeah, we got this!
Again, hate to be the pessimist, but I don't think you guys are assessing this situation accurately.
Watch your fire! Sorry, Pete!
Should check on Sparky.
You might have got the old man, but I'm gonna get you!
Confidence, I like it. Unreasonable, unjustified, but still confident. Good on ya. Yeah. Ah.
What's happening?
Electro's been grounded.
Spider-Man, I presume. If you really cared about this city, you'd be helping me expose Osborn for the criminal he is.
By killing innocent people?
I would have restored the power.
You're sick. You need help.
I have all the help I need, and we will not stop until Norman gets what he deserves.
I hate it when they team up. Just need to catch my breath. What time? Oh, man. Need to update Yuri. Yuri, Vulture and Electro are down. 4 to go.
I saw. Also noticed a rooftop in Times Square exploded. Wouldn't happen to be related, would it?
Nothing gets by you. It was Octavius' staging ground. He's using the villains to pull apart Oscorp. Vulture and Electro were targeting power plants. Scorpion's going after water treatment. Not sure about Rhino yet. Something along the shoreline.
That's good enough to start. I assume you're going after Scorpion?
Yeah. City's already on the brink. If we lose clean water, we might never come back. I'll update you when I make progress.
Sounds like a plan.
All units, we have reports of live gunfire from prisoners in...
I should check on Miles.
Hey, Pete, you okay?
That's what I was gonna ask you. I'm fine, but you and May are in the middle of it.
We're busy, but people need help. And I'd rather be doing something than waiting around for somebody else to fix things, you know?
Yeah, I heard that. Just make sure you protect yourself. Mask and gloves. And rest every now and then. Well, that goes double for May.
Nobody can make that woman take a break when she doesn't want to. But I'll do my best.
Thanks, Miles. Give May my love. And be safe. There's the reservoir. No sign of Scorpion. Better take a closer look.
Witness reports of mugging is in progress. Move in on Central Park. Over.
Now if I was a mercenary dressed like a scorpion, where would I be?
Behind you!
Me, I'd end it now. But Octavius is paying, and he wants to torture you. Which I respect.
Damn it! What did he inject me with? Whoa! What the... Is that a sea of poison? Can't be! This can't be real. Must be the poison. But I can't take any chances. Gotta get to higher ground and analyze whatever he injected me with. Okay, should be safe for a minute. Need to analyze the neurotoxin so I can create an antidote. Scorpion's made some upgrades. Hallucinogenic neurotoxin. My brain will create nightmares that my body thinks are real. I have to create the antidote fast. First, I need a natural steroid. Extract from an Eclipta alba plant should do the trick. ESU's greenhouse is nearby. Hope it's in season. There's the greenhouse! Eclipta alba should be inside the greenhouse. Is this real or in my mind?
It can be both.
Doc?
It's just the hallucinations intensifying. You can get through this.
Doc? You sound...
like I did before the neural interface affected my mind. My obsessions were always there, but the interface allowed me to fully embrace them.
I have to fix this. Fix you! Somehow!
Peter. Always trying to shoulder the responsibility, even when there's no hope. I can't tell you how many times your unfettered optimism has kept me going when things look bleak. I'll miss being with you. I really will.
I'm sorry, Doc. I'm so sorry.
Yes, you're sorry. And yet, you let it happen. Makes one wonder where your priorities lie.
There's the Eclipta alba. Buy me time. But I need an antitoxin to mix a permanent antidote. One of Harry's research stations was developing a synthetic atropine. Gotta get there fast. Giant deadly scorpion tank. Lovely. Thanks, brain.
Spider. Raw panic crawling up just fine.
Scorpion? How'd you get this number?
Always asking those interesting questions. It's not how am I calling you, it's am I calling you. Maybe I'm just the fevered screams of your dying brain.
Real or no, When I cure this poison, I'm coming for you, Mac.
Big talk from the little bug. Have fun chasing pink elephants.
I don't even want to know what Floyd would make of those. The research station. We need that atropine right there. Atropine's gone. Oh, not again.
You're too late. Just as you were too late to help me.
This isn't you, Doc.
Ah, but it is me. The me polite society found it. Me. The parts of my soul I suppress. You helped me break those chains.
I'm sorry. I'll find a way to help you. I swear it.
Stop deluding yourself. You never help anyone.
Stop running from me! Let me try!
I want nothing from you! You're a failure. At life, love, career. You bring nothing but pain!
No, stop! I'm not giving up on you! Please, just talk to me. I can help you!
So you can...
There it is. The atropine. You got the atropine. Now I just need to mix up the antidote. Looks like I'm headed back to the lab.
Still with us?
And nearly cured. Sorry to bust up your plans.
Oh, Webs, don't worry. Plenty of surprises left for you. We'll be seeing each other again real soon.
Count on me. Somehow. But I'm running out of time. I need to mix the antidote. Finally, the real lab.
I think not. You're in my domain now. You're just like Osborn, trying to steal my genius. Everything that happens now is your fault! I knew you were laughing at me! All of you!
Thought I forgot about you.
Scorpion, are you even real?
Hold still, I'll show you. Thought I forgot about you.
Scorpion, are you even real?
Hold still, I'll show you.
An opening. Another hallucination. At least he had an imaginary glass jaw.
Not gonna be that easy.
Sure it is. Now I know you're the poison trying to distract me. Bring it on! One down.
The world will be better off without you.
Gotta get rid of him and focus on the job.
Some of you, everyone you ever met suffers.
It's like if I got him. Just trying to hit him isn't working. Nice. Just a few more left.
Ever notice Mary Jane does a lot better when you're not around?
Another one down.
Jeff Davis died because of you.
One more. Hope that's the last of them. I can barely stand up. There's the equipment I need. Finally. I'm running out of time. I think I did it. Where'd my suit go? I think I took decontamination a little too far. I'd better put some clothes on. Much better. Let's just go ahead and forget that ever happened. Ooh, it's still foggy. Need to work the last of this poison out of my system before I tackle the other villains. Good time to go on patrol.
All units, a break-in was just reported. Incident is ongoing near Union Square. Please copy.
are we with Union Square? We have ordered a crowd of civilians to disperse and are detaining those refusing to comply.
Ground teams, this is Control. Need a sit-rep from the Garment District.
MJ, hey. You mind if I toss a kind of thorny ethical question at you? When is it okay to give up on a friend?
Oh, wow, Pete. Thinking of Otto?
Head up. My underarm webs. Thought they might help me glide short distances, but they never really worked. Looked cool, though. Hey, MJ. Sorry to keep bugging you with this. Is it ever okay to give up on a friend?
Oh, wow, Pete. Thinking of Otto?
That obvious, huh?
Yeah, understandable, though. Man. The high-minded, generous part of me wants to say, never. Being a true friend means being there, even when people lose their way. But with what Otto's done, I just don't know, Pete. I guess you have to decide if the Otto Octavius you knew is still in there or not. Maybe if he was ever even in there at all.
Yeah. Thanks, MJ. I gotta process some stuff, I think.
Call me anytime, Pete. I'm here for you.
All units be advised.
Okay. I need to get after school. Captain Watanabe gave me her cell number when she finally decided to trust me. She's risking a lot. If anyone... Okay. I need to get after Scorpion, but I haven't seen Aunt May face to face since the fire. I think I can afford a quick pit stop at Feast. Another camera. Gotta be Black Cat.
Are you jealous I'm visiting my other man? I hope so. But you should know, bad boys aren't my type.
Huh. Why are you doing this, Felicia? You know I'm gonna catch you.
Sable units requesting status update for Little Tokyo.
Control, we've located the fugitive and are in pursuit.
Right over here. Till Miles gets back, the best thing we can do is keep everyone fed. Oh, Peter, it is so good to see you. How are you? Healthy?
I'm good. How are you holding up, May?
Good, but busy. Oh, let me go.
Oh, there.
I'm okay.
Didn't you tell me something once about accepting that I'm human just like everyone else?
You and Ben. Masters at turning my own words against me. I am fine, Peter. Just a little rundown.
Where's Miles? Could he help out?
Oh, he is. He's off picking up medical supplies from the relief center. It's amazing how quickly we go through antibiotics.
Okay. You stay off your feet for a bit. I'll organize the unloading and check in with Miles. Deal?
Deal. Give me a chance to nurse my wounded Parker pride.
Come on, Miles, answer. Don't make me worry about you and May.
Quiet. So much for a milk run. How did a bunch of convicts even do this? Looks like an exploding bulldozer went through here. I can't turn back. Feast needs those antibiotics. Need to distract him. Hacking apps should work. What was that? Better hurry. Should be able to hop that wall. Medical containers in that tent. Maybe this will be easy. Gauze? Iodine? No antibiotics. Need to keep looking.
Must have imagined it.
Keep your heads on a swivel. Control, grid's clear. Repeat, grid's clear. I heard that.
This can stop right now. Just give us the locations and schedules for your supply runs.
More supplies over there. Need to get past these guys.
Believe me, I hate watching Benson wail on this. It turns my stomach.
Why are the supervisors so set on taking out the police centers? Something about Osborn. They want to show how weak they can't protect the city.
As long as they let us keep all the supplies we find, I don't care.
Yeah, man. This stuff will be worth a fortune on the black market. Come on, let's keep digging through it.
Sable guys give up the depot locations?
Eventually, yeah. Now the big guy's taking the stations out all by himself. Dude's a walking E-bomb.
It's that Russian blood, man. Makes him crazy.
Another supply tent. A couple trauma kits. No antibiotics. Gotta be somewhere.
Looks like they're gonna divvy up the supplies.
Gotta avoid that sniper.
What's that? Dude. Chill, please. Must be hearing things.
More supplies. Oh, come on, Crate, be the one. Amoxicillin. Perfect. That is a very large man. Found the exploding bulldozer.
Supply routes and schedules. Now! Gas out!
Gentlemen, I apologize. My associate is inelegant. He doesn't understand the fine art of persuasion.
Did not need to see that.
What was that?
Check it. Now.
Don't think he saw me. Time to get out of here.
Whoever is here, come out! I have no time for this.
That tunnel. Maybe I can sneak beneath him.
Come out, small one.
He'll spot me if I don't distract him.
Alexei, find all who hide. It is not of use. We are having fun with lights now? I will have fun with your face. Come out, and I promise not to crush.
Please don't see me. Please don't see me.
Where are you? I see you!
Maybe I can sneak beneath.
We are having fun with lights now? I will have fun with your face. Come out, and I promise not to crush you.
Please see me.
Where are you? Play no games with me.
The only way forward is right past him.
You test my patience. Come out now! Now! Play no games with me.
The only way forward is right past him.
You test my patience.
Wait for it.
Come out now! I do not need this.
Go. Oh! Too close. Gotta get out of here. Gotta be getting close to the exit.
More games!
Oh man. Okay. I gotta get out of here.
No hiding!
Maybe if I get up there.
When I find you, I will crush you!
That container.
Yeah!
That's my exit. I think I'll try another way. Let's get him to clear the opening.
It is case of goose! I hate case of goose!
Guess you let May know I have these.
Get off me!
Just give us the wallet! Give it us, man! Help!
Hey, leave him alone!
Big mistake, kid.
You can't just push people around like that.
Or what? Like this? Haha, kid's got guts.
Hip squared.
What the hell's he saying? Not gonna be saying anything in a second. Oh! Whoa.
You want a taste?
Nah, I'm good, kid.
You want a taste? I gotta work on my fight banner.
Miles? Hey, I've been trying to reach you. You okay?
Hey, so, don't freak out, but, I gotta fill you in on some stuff.
Incredible work, Miles. Stick close to Feast. If the convicts get desperate, they may try to raid the shelter.
Way ahead of you. Anything else happens here, I'll let you know.
Great. Thanks, Miles. Yuri, figured out Rhino's deal. He's attacking Oscorp's relief centers.
Think I know which one he's hitting next. Reports of a possible earthquake and/or demolition derby at the Harlem Center.
Sounds like our boy. Headed there now.
You holding up okay?
Tired, but hanging in there.
We'll get through this. Keep the faith.
Sable Control, what's the status of our position in Dutchtown?
Control, violation of...
Come on, Pidgey, just a little.
Civilian gathering. This is Sable Control. What's the situation in Koreatown?
This is Armored Patrol reporting in. No sign of the target. Spider-Man is in range. Lethal force authorized, Control.
Advised, fugitives are opening fire from stolen vehicles. Officers in Murray Hill, stand by for further instructions.
This is Control. What's the situation in Bryan?
Control, violation of martial law statute 237. We've detained an illegal civilian gathering. Please advise on further action.
We need a 1013. Officers are taking sniper fire. Reported location is near Midtown North. Over.
Officer, you're doing it wrong.
Trying to clip your wing. Never liked that guy anymore.
Up there or down here, I don't care. What? I'm supposed
press! Gonna grab you, spider! Spider-Man! I'll put you in the ground! Gonna clip your wings!
All units, we've got an assault in progress. Location is Firehouse on the west side.
This is Stable Control. What's the situation in Columbia?
Naval agents! Just who I didn't want to see!
Now reports are coming in that Martin Lee, along with exhibiting freaking...
You messed with the wrong guy! Get him down here!
Naval teams, this is Control. What's our status at Morningside Heights?
We have detained an unauthorized gathering of civilians. Proceeding to question and arrest.
Maybe next time just stay in prison. Save us all some hassle. Sable guys are worse than telemarketers!
Backup requested for a chase in progress. Available officers, move in on Manhattanville.
Pick on someone your own size, Rhino.
There is no one my size, Volk.
Or maybe we could just talk it out. Rhino, what's with the team up? Thought you were a loner.
Means and ends, Volk. All of life is means and ends.
So what's the end for these particular means?
Freedom. True freedom. You no more Rhino.
so distinct.
Be thankful for. Without you, I make less trouble for you.
What about our stimulating battleside chat?
You are funny, Maliki. I am almost sorry to destroy your tiny face.
Look out, Rhino! Poachers! Hey, Rhino! Take on capitalism and smash the state!
Just keep talking!
Okay, Rhino. Let's wrap this up.
Never send an 8-ton infant to do a man's job. Let's finish this.
Oscorp, love you, but you do know it's rude to cut in, right?
What are you gonna do if I didn't show up? Beg him to give up?
Yes, Garden, that is exactly what I would have done.
Ah, like an old married couple, you two! Have a name yet? The Scary Six? The Dirty Half Dozen?
How about we murder Spider-Man and use his corpse for a blanket?
Gargan, please, you embarrass yourself. Gargan, control yourself! Laughed again, Gargan?
Keep talking to him.
If that is Gargan, I will squash Bog myself.
Rhino's done. Time for Fists of Fury. Could just stop now, you know. I won't tell anybody.
And leave your skull uncrushed? There is fun in that! Come here, pal. I will teach you to throw real punch.
My jaw's already absorbed that particular lesson. Thanks. Didn't I hear you took a poetry class on the raft? Like a therapy thing?
Here is faces. Long Tim Spice.
That's so good!
Do you know what Octavius will do if he finds out you failed?
I failed?
Yes, you, freak show!
A little forced together time might help you boys learn to play nice. All right, Yuri, that's 4 down. Just Octavius and Lee left.
Something tells me they won't be as easy. They're only half our problem, though. Devil's Breath cases are getting worse, and Oscorp is being coy about an anti-serum. I'm worried they're seeing dollar signs in a seller's market.
I'd expect nothing less from our beloved mayor. Leave Devil's Breath to me. One of my best people is on it.
Pete, hey. I've been through the city, state, and federal databases. If this Devil's Breath lab does exist, it's off the books. The only other place I can think to look is in Norman's personal files.
I've already been through his office computer. Are you thinking his penthouse? That building's full of Sable's men. If they spot me, other residents could get hurt in a firefight.
I know, but I might be able to get in undetected. I can sneak in, find the lab's location, and get out. If anything goes wrong, I'll call you for backup.
Okay. It's risky, but we need that location. Wait for me to get nearby, then make your move.
I'll be ready.
Wish I knew who made this comic about me. Kid's got a future.
Douglas, this is Sable Control. Boss wants an update on your status.
APC Foxtrot reporting. In pursuit of escaped prisoners.
Alarmist. Paranoid. Conspiracy. All nasty words people insult and demean me. But now, after years of me trying to warn you all, your Spider-Man literally brought a plague.
So much for the opening act. Main event's inside. dive right in.
警察都是白痴，他们问为什么？老板真是算了，这儿没人，继续查。 受够了！我要战斗！
快点，好像有人盯着。
继续抢，别留情，狠狠抓他！
Oh, phew! Just noticed the masks.
我还能阻止他！我们全部投降！
Yay, new guys! I'm sure you'll do way better than these guys just like you who I wiped the floor with!
Peter, that business is listed as an importer of computer parts.
Huh. I didn't know they'd started making laptops out of guns.
So it's an armory?
Not for long. I'm about to get some payback for Jeff Davis and everyone else they killed at City Hall. ，How do you deal with sneezing in your mask? Big problem for me.
我们得拖延他。这不想多久。那是啥东西？别动！
Hey, more guests! Come in, grab a chair! We're playing charades!
小心哪里进去！
MJ, everything's quiet here now.
You didn't get too carried away, did you? What they did was horrible, but you're not.
Look, I'm busy, but I'm never too busy to lay the smackdown on hardened criminals.
I'll blow him to pieces! He got seen!
Nothing. Disable control. Boss wants an update on your status.
Gonna blow you to pieces!
Eyes out for Spider-Man.
Move it!
If I keep this up, soon I'll have arrested literally everyone in Rikers. Again.
More and more listeners are warning that the mayor's Sable agents, ostensibly here to protect us, are behaving more like an occupying army. But let's hear it from the caller. Go ahead.
They won't let me in my building. Said it's quarantine. I said, fine, let me in and I'll stay there. They pointed their guns at me, ran me off like a criminal. I got no place to go.
Caller, this is deeply disturbing to me. I promise you, I'll bring it to the attention of the proper authorities. Emergencies do not permit the suspension of human rights. Your elected officials may not be willing to fight for you, but J. Jonah Jameson is.
Okay, MJ. I'm a couple blocks away. Let me know if you get into trouble.
Thanks, Pete. Wish me luck. Okay. Norman's penthouse is on the top floor, but the elevator's on lockdown. Need to get into the security room to unlock it.
Mayor Osborn really lives here?
There's the security room. But that guard will see me if I go in. Residents are pretty upset. Maybe I can rile them up to create a distraction.
Left my stupid inhaler upstairs.
I heard they'll let you up if you claim special circumstances. The health emergency might do it.
Really? Come on, let's go talk to security. Hey, let us back upstairs. I've got a medical emergency here. Oh man, I can't breathe. Let me back upstairs.
Off limits, ma'am.
Ugh. Every second we stay down here, we risk catching that plague.
Definitely stay away from the receptionist. Been coughing up a storm.
What? They have to let us back upstairs.
Why isn't Osborn down here? This sort of thing never happens to him.
The mayor and his friends are exempt. Security let one of his biggest donors back upstairs right away.
I knew it. It's all one big boys club. Come on.
That should do it.
Crap. Jerry, get out here. We got a situation.
Get out here right now.
Security room's open. Just need to get to the door without being seen.
Everyone, please stay calm. Sable International has nearly finished their sweep. Off limits, ma'am.
Need to go around.
That's what you said an hour ago.
I know this is frustrating, but please remember, Sable is doing this for your safety.
More like Osborn's safety.
Hello. I know a few Sable agents who would love to meet you.
Swear your way out of here. We're in charge now.
Okay, I'm gone.
Multi-million-dollar building with network speeds from 19...
I like this thing.
Gotta turn him around.
Control, status. Nothing to report.
Good boy. I'm sure Sable offers workman's elevator controls in the security room, next to the Sable agent. Mary Jane Watson? Super spy. Time to unlock that elevator. That did it. Norman's clearing out, and the elevator's unlocked. Time to head upstairs. Penthouse elevator. This is it.
Control.
Norman and Sable. Right on cue.
Find the alarm technician. Fire it.
Stupid, useless button. Norman's guards have all cleared out. If he's hiding something up here, I'm gonna find it.
Warning. Fire doors engaged. Automated self-diagnostic.
Scientific journals debating the Spider-Man problem. So weird there's a whole cottage industry focused on explaining Pete's powers. Weirder still that Norman...
MJ, Sable presence downstairs just ballooned. I think Norman's being moved. Worried they might spot me.
I might have had something to do with that. Keep your distance. I should be okay for now. What is this thing? Whoa, this mask is incredible. Is it showing a door hidden in that wall? Wonder where it leads. Schematics for a prototype combat mask. Looks like it can reveal structural weaknesses. Norman bids the fabulous Osborn boys. Secret keypad behind the family portrait. Norman must like spy movies. I need to find the code for that keypad. Blueprint for the apartment. Tons of empty space right behind the wall with a family portrait. Who leaves space unused in a Manhattan apartment? Work order for a keypad lock. Looks like he used Harry's last day as the code. That must be the day Harry left for Europe.
Self-diagnostic complete. No faults found. Fire doors disengaged.
Norman could be back any minute. Need to find that keypad code. Norman locked up Harry's room. Wants it untouched for when Harry returns from Europe. But where did he put the key?
Hey, Dad. On my way to Dr. Michael's for one last shot before the big trip. Hey, if you're gonna meet me there, could you grab my journal from my room? I just wanted to record some thoughts on the big Bon Voyage day. Anyway. Listen, I know I don't say this enough, but thank you, Dad. You know, for doing this. I love you.
Wow. Haven't heard Harry's voice in so long. He sounds so tired. Let's hope that journal is still here. Gotta check his room. Harry's room. But it's locked. I wonder where Norman keeps the key. I used to be so jealous of Harry's family. They were so happy. At least compared to me and my dad. But when Emily got sick, everything changed. Norman and Otto. Wow. They look like they used to be so close. What could have ruined a friendship like this? Harry's mom, Emily. We used to make fun of him for calling her the prettiest mom at Midtown, but he might have been right. Feels like there's something attached to the back of the frame. Score! This must be the key for Harry's room. What? This can't be for Harry, can it? Law books. Harry wants to be an environmental attorney, like his mom. Why didn't you tell us you were sick? Harry's journal. His last entry is marked July 18. That must be the code to that room.
I am saying we should not rush off without a plan.
We? You are staying here. The antiserum's ready, and I'm going to supervise production.
You will be completely vulnerable without me.
I seem to be completely vulnerable with you. I'm going alone. End of discussion.
Keep Team 2 on standby. I'm getting some air.
Pete, Norman's cure is ready. He's headed to the lab it's at now. Can you follow?
Not without alerting him. Somebody spiked Sable's coffee today. Her men are set on double secret probation alert.
Okay, then stay ready. I've almost got the location.
Found some webs. Comms check. SA-77. Somebody get over here. No response. What was that? Can someone get eyes on SA-77? Hearing things. What was that? Clear. Nothing to report, Control. The hell was that?
Okay, July 18. Bingo. Super creep. Gotta find the location of the Devil's Breath lab. Something in this room must be useful.
Norman Osborn, GR-27 research log. The whole project has gone to hell. GR-27 is a cure, not a disease. But try telling that to the evening news. Somehow, they've picked up the technician's morbid nickname, Devil's Breath, and are using it to stoke hysteria. They have no idea what it's really capable of. A cure for cancer, genetic disorders, birth defects. With just a little more research, I know we could perfect it. Instead, I'll spend the next 18 months on PR mop-up. What a waste of time.
Devil's Breath isn't a disease. It's an attempt at a cure? I almost can't believe it. Harry and Emily's medical records. GR-27 was developed to treat them. Devil's Breath is a failed cure for Norman's own family. A child's X-ray, but it's not Harry or Emily. Who is this? That aura around him. Is this Martin Lee? Norman's got a real mad scientist thing going on. What are these things? Prototype hand grenades? Wow. Norman wins the fancy map contest. Looks like the Upper West Side. Huh. This shows all of Oscorp's properties. Had no idea they owned so much of New York. Looks like Norman's tracking Dr. Michael's movements. Creepfest. Kinda makes sense, though. Michaels is the lead on Devil's Breath. Sable troop deployments. They're stationed all over the city. I bet I can find the Devil's Breath lab with this. It must be an Oscorp property with a ton of Sable protection, frequented by Dr. Michaels. Commercial buildings. Wow. So many records facilities. Dr. Strom. Isn't he a robotics expert? No movement from Dr. Van Adder. Must be out of the city. Dr. Michaels leads the Devil's Breath team. Wherever the anti-serum is, he must have been too. Bravo, bravo, bravo. GR-27. That's the code name for Devil's Breath. This is it. 10th and Cathedral. Isn't that... knew it. 10th and Cathedral, Oscorp's records department. Perfect place to hide a secret biotech facility. GR27 Martin Lee incident. What is this?
And we are rolling. I will be right next door. Just relax and let the medicine do its work.
宝贝，不要担心，不要害怕，妈妈在。
这个会治好你，放心。
发生了什么事？怎么可能？给妈妈呼吸！靠！
I thought this was just a consultation. Boys seem ready. I'm going in there. No, you can't. It's too late. Can't get
What have you done?
Oh my god. Norman and Otto. They started all of this. They created Lee. I have to get this. What? No!
Who's there?
Oh no.
Damn it. We have a breach. High alert.
Pete, I've got the lab location. And a lot more. How far away are you?
2 avenues over. Say the word and I'm there.
Great. Keep the motor running. Need to clear that balcony.
Hey! Boss, we got him.
Pete, you here?
Turning off Lex now. Are you okay?
We'll be in a few seconds. Northwest corner. You ready?
Wait, hold on!
It's too late. You're up!
You are crazy.
You're amazing.